Yes, guys, this is Mason. I can do some more of the Lunar and Earth Show episodes called Earth Therapy Session with Gregory in VR chat. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure before this episode came out, I'm pretty sure Roxanne Wolf and Gregory Show uploaded like where Alistair kidnapped Gregory. Yeah, so yeah. I haven't been too caught up on the Roxanne Wolf and Gregory Show. I'm pretty sure Gregory does need a little therapy. So yeah. Also when it came to like Roxanne and like Glamour Freddy, I feel like they needed more of like couples therapy than just regular therapy, you know? Or like marriage counseling or whatever you call it. One of those two things. Yeah.
Hey, Moon? Why are you...
Wait, hold on. Why does he look so small? Why does he look so small? I mean, well, actually, last time I checked, I think they have like that bloating feature or whatever. Like there was like the de-bloating or whatever. Well, that's what it was called, like bloating feature. I mean, it's just size. Size change. I was like wondering why he's so small. I'm like, is that a kilogram?
So
Small.
tiny. I'm taller than you. I don't think this is correct.
Somebody's depressed, so I'm stepping in.
Oh.
So I suppose I'm stepping in.
Okay, did I come to the right place? Roxanne scheduled me a therapy session with Earth. I feel like it was only right. I mean, it makes sense. I scheduled her a therapy session when she was,
right. I was getting some notes for this. Hello, sir. How can I help you today? You're here for an appointment. What's your name? How do you spell it?
Gregory, Gregory. Gregory.
Alright.
Usually you call me like Little Squirt, Little Twerp. So you might have my name down as something different.
Well, I'm looking for the script. I am sorry, sir. I do not know you.
Oh my gosh, come on. You don't have to go off Lunar script.
That's the bit.
We've met so many times.
Listen, man, I'm just reading the script. This is only a Lunar bit.
Oh, well, I have a session with...
Yeah, Earth, and I go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, no worries.
Receptionist.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome. So, welcome to therapy. We talked on the phone for the Roxanne situation.
Yeah.
Now we're here for you. How fun, how exciting.
Very exciting. I also just want to apologize, again, for putting you in that situation. She's not exactly,
It's okay. Roxanne's one of my friends, so I understand.
Aww.
I was happy to help.
she's back to normal now, so, that's better.
Everything's good then. But what about you?
Oh yeah. Sometimes I keep I didn't realize, I kind of forgot that Earth has changed her face a little bit. Or changed her look a bit, but she doesn't look too different.
How are you feeling?
I've been feeling good.
I forgot that she
recently.
changed.
I mean, I guess there's a reason that I'm here. I mean, Roxanne scheduled me here because she thought it would be a good idea. I guess
she's not wrong.
I don't really know where to start. I've never really been to therapy. The closest thing I can think is when Circus Baby thought it would be a good idea to have Roxanne and Freddie and I go on Dr. Phil, and he tried to exploit us for all of our secrets.
What?
Oh, well, I won't do that. So, how about this? How about we talk about how you feel with the whole, how you felt during the whole Roxanne memories going on thing? How did that make you feel?
Oh, well, it made me feel not very good, if I'm completely honest. I mean, Roxanne's had a chip in her head, 3 times now, and it's never good whenever that happens. So
Wait, 3 times? I thought it was only like once or twice. You know, because there was like the whole eclipse one. Yeah. Yeah, I swear, Roxanne definitely needs to have like a security protocol in her. Because it seems like every single time like she's with Freddy, it almost seems like she goes a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I mean, definitely not a great feeling. She's very mean. This was definitely the worst one of them all. She was kind of reverted back to her old self, which wasn't very fun because she was kind of just a horrible, terrible person back in the day before she, co-parented me with Freddy. So
I understand. And so you said this happened 3 times, and I imagine I feel like having your parental figure kind of do an abrupt switch on you and like treat you completely differently, that might be traumatizing. Probably not even might be, just is.
yeah, it's actually kind of funny that you say that because now that I think about it, I've actually had a lot of really weird dreams in the past. A lot of them were from me eating Circus Baby's ice cream, which I'm pretty sure had something in it that I wasn't supposed to.
What does Circus Baby put in her ice cream? Wait, she might maybe put in like, what was it, like melatonin or whatever it's called? Or like whatever that would help you sleep or whatever. If she puts that or like some kind of drug in her ice cream, I would probably call the cops maybe. Yeah.
But that's a story for another day. I had a lot of really weird dreams about my mom being my dad and my dad being my mom, and they switched places.
Oh, yeah.
And they had different voices, and it was kind of scary.
Oh, okay. That does sound very scary. I don't know what that would be.
It's not the scariest thing, but it can be weird about your parents switching like places and genders.
But I imagine it has something to do with, I don't want to read too far into it, but maybe it's you feeling like it's kind of hard to know which parent you're going to get that day, or you still have that trauma of the big switch up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, you're the professional here, so
Well, I mean, I'm not super duper professional. I do have codes in me about how to be a good. I don't know how to not a therapist per se, but somebody who has information.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I also heard that Roxanne and Freddy, they broke up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did break up, but honestly, I really think it's for the best. I mean, they've been together and broken up so many times now, and they've both been through so much stuff together, and even with me, we've been through so much stuff together, so I don't know. I just think a break is good for them, and maybe they can both explore different options.
It feels like you have to be very mature when dealing with this because it feels like you have to step up for them a lot.
Yeah. Not to say that they're not good parents or anything. I mean, they're both great.
Of course.
Well, most of the time. I mean, Roxanne, again, with the whole chip situations wasn't great. But other than that, I mean, she's really fun. We hang out all the time. She's really invested in a lot of the...
Oh, wait, now that I think about it, I think Roxanne did have, a second, like, chip implant in her or whatever. When, like, everybody was, like, acting weird or whatever. Like, it's like Cassie was acting weird. Roxanne was acting weird. Freddy was acting weird. Frankie showed up. So I think that Vanny has did the second chip, I think. Yeah, because Eclipse is the first, which was the maternity chip. And then there was the second one planted by Vanny, I think. Who planted the third one? I'm about to... Actually, was that Eclipse again? I don't think it was.
The things that I like to do. She's very in tune with my feelings, which is great. It kind of took a while to teach her how to do that.
Why? Why is there another ad? I swear. Why do we have so many ads?
But, I mean, have you ever been really involved in their relationship, like managing it in any way? Or like, are you mostly kept out of that?
Oh, for the most part, I guess I'm pretty kept out of it, but
Okay, good.
there have been times in the past where I kind of have to step in and like wonder why they're arguing or, try to kind of be the mediator between the two. So I could see there being some trauma there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, not trying to like diagnose you or say you have trauma for sure. It's just good to talk about it because as I'm seeing here, you do have some like issues. Not to say you look like you have issues or anything. It's just I can tell that you have some problems with, being a peacekeeper in that sense, and I guess relying on the adults that are taking care of you. Which I will say, Roxanne's doing a good job. So is Freddie. But there are times where the adults sometimes fail, which everybody has their moments. But it's not fair for you to be a peacekeeper all the time. Which I'm glad you're not all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not all the time. I mean, I'm still a kid. I go to school. I hang out with my friends. That's probably another thing that I should talk to you about. I'm sure there's a lot of feelings that are heavily involved in the fact that both of my best friends are dead. Like they're here, they're just ghosts.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah.
They're really nice and they're really great. We tried really hard to bring them back to life, but my grandpa, who's not really my grandpa, my step-grandpa, forbade me from doing it, and he said it was really dangerous.
Your adopted grandfather, maybe? I think that's like the best way I could say it, because it's not really step, but not your biological grandfather either, so I would say maybe adopted grandfather?
And that I can't meddle with dead children, so I guess that's understandable, but,
Yeah, okay, I can tell here. What do you do with your friends? Do you just like, cause they're ghosts. Can you like play tag or something with them? Like, what do you really do?
well, they're really good at hide and seek because they can both turn invisible.
Oh, funny, huh?
So they kind of cheat a lot, which honestly was really annoying at first, but I kind of grew to love it because it's kind of funny. Like you're playing hide and seek with ghosts. What can you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you blame them for wanting to turn invisible? I mean, they're ghosts to begin with. You can't really see ghosts with, like, the naked eye or whatever.
And why did you want to bring them back if you're okay with them being dead? Which is a weird topic for me to really go into, but
Yeah.
What sparked that?
Well, we found out that their brother, Michael, was still alive, and they met up and everything, and I just thought it would be cool if they could be a big, happy family again, and I don't want them to be dead. I want them to be able to grow up and live normal lives and be able to grow old, but they don't age, so,
Yeah.
that's kind of the main thing.
It doesn't feel very fair.
No, also just the fact that, I mean, despite popular belief, I've been 12 for like 4 years, which is also a whole nother topic in of itself. I am growing up, and they're not going to be able to.
Okay, Gregory, if you're quote unquote 12 for 4 years, I'm pretty sure you were probably 8 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure you were 8 4 years ago. Or Gregory in the series might just be a robot.
Grow up with me.
And you feel like you don't want to leave them behind, and you still want to be friends with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. That's completely valid, and your feelings on that are completely valid as well. I do agree that it might be dangerous to bring them back, which I'm sure you already agreed with.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I think even if you still want to be friends with them, you'll just find new things to do together. I mean, they're probably going to stay at that age forever, but, I still think you can maintain a good, even if it's not a friendship, a good, like, bond with them, Because,
Yeah.
You pick your family, and it seems like you really pick these two as, part of your inner circle. So even if they're not, like, going to grow up, you can still have a fairly good connection with them. So I wouldn't worry about it. Because as long as you all try, I'm sure everything will work out at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you know what? Because you choose your family, you choose your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always choose your family. I know that firsthand. And
True.
whatever hand you're dealt with, you always make it. You always make.
Well, I mean, in a way, you can like choose your family. Like you can choose like your boyfriend or your husband or wife, girlfriend, whatever. Like I mean, you don't always have to be related to somebody to be family. Family comes from love. And if your family doesn't love you, I mean, sure, they might be related to you, but you don't have to consider them your family. And there's like plenty of options out there, for you can build your own family,
The best out of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I guess speaking of family, another thing that's kind of a lot from my past. I mean, it happened years ago, but it's still really traumatizing thinking back to it. Back when Roxanne had the original maternity chip that Eclipse put into her, when obviously the whole wedding happened and that got removed, she became shattered, and when she was shattered, she turned evil, and then my mom was really terrible, and she possessed me with a phantom who turned out to be Phantom Freddy, who then we found out later turned out to be my grandpa. So that's a thing.
in a way.
So your mom had your grandpa possessed.
Wait, yeah, I know. I know what he means now by going for his step grandpa or whatever. Yeah. Well, yeah, Circus Freddy and Glenmark Freddy show did this trivia or whatever. Like, who was Glenmark Freddy's dad? And when I chose Phantom Freddy, it turned out to be wrong. Even though Glenmark Freddy's like not his biological grandfather, he still raised him. It's like you just asked who his father was. They didn't specify like biological or adopted. They said adopted, I would have said Glenmark Freddy. But if they said biological, I would have picked Phantom. It's like, sometimes people need to be a little bit more specific on what they're trying to say.
Yes. Well, my mom brought my grandpa back to life, not knowing that he's my grandpa. Well, not really back to life, because he's still like a ghost. He's kind of like Golden Freddy, but not Golden Freddy. He's like a big mumbo-jumbo magic thing. But I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah, he possessed me, and then I was evil for like a week. It was a whole thing.
Okay, well, how did you feel during that week?
Pretty terrible, if I'm honest.
I bet.
It's hard to kind of remember very much because it's a little foggy, but
we have to do this for a reason.
Your ability to control your body and your actions.
Yeah, absolutely. It was also scary not really knowing how to talk about it for the longest time because Roxanne was still shattered even after we got Phantom Freddy out of me, so...
Why? Why turn that out? I'm trying to listen in here.
Cafe and market makes it...
Oh, we're like halfway through.
The right time to talk about your problems because you wanted to support her?
Yeah.
That's completely fair. And that's very compassionate of you to, want to shelve your issues to help with others with theirs. And if you want to talk about it now, we can, because your feelings do matter. And have you ever really told Roxanne about how it felt?
We've had conversations here and there, but I guess nothing really too crazy. I try to keep things pretty lighthearted. I mean, we've both been through so much stuff together, so...
Yeah, and you two have a really strong bond because of it, I think.
Yeah, honestly, I bet a family therapy session would actually be really helpful with the three of us.
Yeah, of course. If you guys want to do that, I'm happy to help facilitate any conversations. I know Roxanne and, Freddy aren't really together, but if they're still co-parenting, it's good to get all these things out in the open and deal with it. So if you want, I can recommend a nice family therapy session, maybe a few, to really get all of our issues out,
Yeah,
get them out in the open. I'd like that. That'd be
I think
nice.
that'd be really great. I mean, no, they're not together anymore, but they are great parents and they're great at co-parenting. So they definitely have been doing a great job with that.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything like, aside from getting possessed? Because I feel like that would be good to talk about in the group setting, to really talk about and delve deep into. Is there anything else that has been bothering you?
Well, my friend slash girlfriend slash I don't really know. Cassie has been acting really weird lately, so that's kind of been the biggest thing.
Hasn't everyone been acting weird? I mean, besides like sun, moon, earth, lunar, solar, they haven't been acting weird. But pretty much everybody else has been acting weird. Ray's been acting weird. Roxanne, Cassie, you know.
On my mind, and her best friend that she created, Helpy, you. No,
Yeah.
Helpy.
Yeah, I know Cassie and Helpy. What's going on with them?
They.
Oh yeah,
I
Hopi as
don't know,
well is acting
they've just
weird.
been acting really weird and mysterious, and they just won't tell me what's going on. And we had a big fight because Cassie was acting like a completely different person, and she was acting really angry and mean, and really lashing out a lot. So I guess I'm kind of just confused what we are, or how to talk to her, what to do.
Mm-hmm. You know what? That's a good thing, to bring up, because sometimes people are going through things that we don't know about, and sometimes they maybe don't want to tell us about it. Now, I don't
Maybe.
know what Cassie is going through, and if they don't want to talk about it, or they want to keep this more to themselves, I think the only thing we can do as good friends, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever you guys want to consider yourself, is to just support them right now. Let them know, hey, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. No matter what, at the end of the day, I still think we're friends. Bottom line, because if you want to be a boyfriend or girlfriend, you gotta be friends first. I always think.
Yeah.
So, as long as you open up and say, hey, look, I don't know what's going on. If you're upset with me, that's okay. Just know, whatever you want to talk, I'm here, and I'm not mad at you, and I'm not upset. Because that could also be a big thing too, where they think maybe you'd be upset for not telling them. And sometimes it's not even us, that is the reason why they're not telling us things. Sometimes it's just a deep-seated issue that they just don't want to talk about because they're insecure about. Again, I don't know what Cassie's problem is. It could be a variety of things at this rate, but as long as they know you're here for them, they'll eventually come to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Honestly, Cassie could probably use a therapy session too with everything that she's told me about her
Yeah.
childhood. I mean, her mom's never home and her dad's dead, so I'm sure that has
Oh
a lot
yeah.
to
I
do with
almost forgot about that.
what's going on.
I'll reach out to them and talk. Is there anything else?
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess in general we could just talk about Vanny. I mean, she's been gone for a really long time, but a lot of those memories still stick with me. A conversation in particular that I actually haven't really talked to Roxanne about. There was a long time ago, I thought I found my birth mom, which was interesting. But when I went to the house, it was this like abandoned, creepy mansion, and Vanny was inside, and she told me that she had tricked me, and that she was actually the one that killed my mom.
Oh.
But yeah, but I'm not sure if Vanny actually killed Gregory's mom. I don't think she did.
So I haven't really.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
I feel like you missed out on knowing who your birth mother was.
I don't know. It's hard because when I try to think back before anything happened, even at the Pizzaplex, my mind is all foggy and weird, and I can't even remember my birth parents. I don't even know if she was telling the truth. I don't know if she was lying.
Yeah, I can see why that would be upsetting. I'm really sorry she told you that. That's really upsetting to hear, and well, from what I gather about Vanny, they just wanted to make trouble, so they could have been lying, but they could have not been lying. And I guess the big thing right now is you don't know if they were telling the truth or not. Has that really hindered you wanting to look into your birth parents?
A bit, yeah. I was on a really big kick trying to figure it out with Roxanne and Freddie. They were both on board, but I kind of told them to drop it a while ago because of all of this, but I didn't tell them about
Why?
what Vanny said.
Yeah, well, I think during the family therapy session, that is something we should bring up because it's clearly troubled you to the point where you don't really want to look into your past. And, you're not obligated to look into your past. You're not obligated to know things you don't want to know. But if it's something that you really wanted and it was just completely hindered by some really mean comment made, then, that's just not fair to you.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, because you're giving
That's
up
just
over
make
like
you
one
upset
comment,
knowing that
you
was
know.
said to you.
Yeah. And honestly, maybe it'd be easier to talk about now because, like I said, Vanny's gone. She's been gone for a while. I mean, Vanessa's back, so.
Yeah, that's good to talk about. Good to, even if it's in the past, it still affects you. My motto is, even if it's in the past and it still affects you, you need to talk about it because then communication can prosper. And my whole thing is communication. I think communication really benefits everybody because it negates a lot of problems.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
I'm thinking, by the way, that we should have more therapy sessions. Maybe every 2 weeks, if you're up for it. We can talk about, a lot of the things we've talked about today, and we can really delve in on each subject if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Awesome.
If I'm honest, when Roxanne scheduled this, I wasn't really too sure how it was going to go or how much I'd even really want to open up or talk about my feelings, but honestly, it's gone really well, so I really appreciate you and your help.
Of course, and it's only the first session. I don't think a lot's going to change in the first session. That's why we always do follow-ups.
Yeah.
And really get into it.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, just when you leave, you don't have to pay anything, because I think Roxanne paid for it already. I don't know. Monty has a payment system that I don't even know how it works.
Oh.
Or why we do it. I think it's for the lease. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I think Moon's out there scheduling the next
quick.
appointment, so he'll give you a few dates to pick, and then you can pick which one works for you.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank
You
you.
did great today, Gregory. Good job.
Thanks again for everything.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
That's creepy.
Do you realize how creepy that looks by the fireplace and your giant smile and the very ominous glowing?
Hold on, I can change it.
Oh.
I think I like the other one better. Completely. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, most people do.
So I was told to schedule a follow-up appointment with you.
Okay. How soon would you like?
She said the next 2 weeks would be good.
Next 2 weeks?
Or I guess 2 weeks from now.
Right. Boy, I think she really needs to talk with Monty about how her schedule works out, because Monty books her for like 3 weeks out of the month.
Oh.
Wow.
She's available like 1 or 2 days a week.
Oh.
And half those are appointments filled for the people.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us are traumatized and need help, so.
Very.
Very.
Alright, I put you in.
Perfect.
You'll get an email when you're a couple days away.
Great.
By the way, let Roxanne know that it is $100,000.
$100,000.
Honestly, I'm probably just gonna use Freddie's credit card. So.
I like your thinking.
Alright,
Of
thank
course.
you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Well, that's it for today's episode. So, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, go thing on, and come along and see some more of the Lunar and Earth Show. That's next video. Audio superstars.